It's time to get the backlog of vlogs done. And by backlog, I mean like 2 videos. Greetings friends, welcome to Wednesday. As promised, in this vlog I'm rendering right now, which was from 2 days ago, even if my uploads aren't consistent, I will always make sure to record daily, so that way you guys are still getting daily vlogs, they're just not uploaded daily, if that makes sense. But I'm happy to start getting these rendered a little bit more, and maybe I'll record more today, who knows. I'm on the phone with Kayla, and will likely be on the phone with them for a majority of the day, so I might not record much, but I am planning on making coffee. Unlike the past 2 Wednesdays, I think we need a coffee making montage. I'm tired as crap, so we're gonna make coffee after I take a nap. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Coffee has been made, so let's share our first sip together. It's a good cup. I didn't put cinnamon in my coffee yesterday, so I can definitely taste the difference in today's coffee. As for what I'm gonna do with my day, I'm not sure. It's almost 2 o'clock, so I had a very long nap. But since I beat Trails to Azure, I'm thinking of playing more Trails of Cold Steel 4. Because I picked that up again last night and played a little bit this morning. And I stopped because I'm doing a dungeon crawl and I was too tired to really take my time with it. But I do prefer taking my time with those games, so I'll probably just enjoy more Cold Steel 4 today. So yeah, I did play Trails of Cold Steel 4 for a decent amount of time today, and it was pretty nice. I did make some decent progress, and I learned how arts work. So, a bit of a long story. I started playing the Trails series with Trails of Cold Steel 1, which is where a lot of people start. And when I first realized that magic takes time to cast, and you can't just cast it immediately like you can in like Dragon Quest or something, I'm like, oh well, screw that, I'm just gonna use crafts. Like, I don't need magic. That was a mistake. And it made Cold Steel 2's final boss hell for me, because I didn't know how the game worked. So, flash forward to me playing, games like Trails in the Sky, like that trilogy, and then finally the Crossbell arc, which I finally finished yesterday. I learned how important arts are, and even if they take time to cast, they are of utmost importance. So after that, I booted up my old Cold Steel 4 save file, which I hadn't played since September of last year, which was definitely a longer amount of time than I expected to see when I booted up my save file. And I checked everyone's quartz layout, and it was atrocious. Basically, no one was equipped to use arts. Like, they were all just the stat bonuses. Because quartz work differently in Cold Steel than they do in the 2D Trails games, so I kind of had to like shift my brain into like making sure, okay, let's have a balance between stat buffs and arts. And then a lot of them allow stat buffs and arts at the same time, so that was nice. But I got everyone's orbit loadouts looking much better, and have been making progress since. I'm giving it a break right now, because I've got a bit of a headache, and I just want to charge my PS4 controller, but I'll probably play it more again later. And also, despite playing it, I did make progress in writing. I got my 500 words done, so we're doing good on that front. Yep, Still playing Cold Steel 4. It's the end of the day now, as you may have gathered. Maybe. I don't know. I've had my overhead light on and the curtains closed all day, so it's probably difficult to tell on the vlog. But it's been a nice day. I took a nice nap earlier. I think I mentioned that because I took the nap before I made coffee. Hung out with Kayla on the phone basically all day because we had both had the day off. And it's always nice when we have the same days off because we could just hang out all day. And I always look forward to those days. And of course, I played more Cold Steel 4. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but playing so much of the Crossbell arc, like spending 124 hours on Trails from Zero, and then spending 108 hours on Trails to Azure, that's like over 200 hours for both games. It taught me the value of arts and using magic in the Trails games. And as a result, I completely redid my entire party's orbment setups. It took like an hour and a half to do, because I was like really deliberating, but it makes a huge difference when your party can actually use decent arts. And I really appreciate that. Right now, since I progressed the plot a little bit, some NPC dialogue changed, and something I love about Cold Steel 4, and I think Cold Steel 3 did it too, it tells you when NPC dialogue changes and where. So it's like you could just quickly fast travel to a town that like says, hey, this place is new dialogue, and you can just get it that way, and I really like that. It's a nice quality of life feature that I wish the Trails games had more of, because like there are other RPGs that tell you when an NPC is something new. Like in Persona 5 Royal, it wasn't in the original I believe, but in Royal, the little like talk icon above them will be lit up, and then it'll gray out when you've heard all they have to say. I think Xenoblades 2 and 3 do the same thing too. And it's something I'd like to see future Trails games do. I don't know how many more they're gonna make. I think with this Farewell O Zemuria they're working on, I think it's like a movie or something, they're nearing the end of the series, so it'll probably be Farewell O Zemuria, or Kai no Kiseki, whatever it's called, and then probably like 1 or 2 more games, maybe. We'll see. In any case, I'm gonna make some dinner, play more Cold Steel 4, and probably start getting ready to turn in. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are all wonderful people. And as always, let's do our best tomorrow.